Welcome to the Game Yak Podcast. Today we got a podcast that's going to be pretty short and sweet, I think. But before that, let me introduce the panel. So over here we have Brian Chanscott.
Hee-ho.
Next to me we have Carlos Vasquez.
Hi-ho.
And I am your host, Nathaniel McFerrin. How you guys doing?
You know, summer vacation. You would think I would have the time of my life, but I'm just, I'm like sleepy a lot.
I get you. I've been sleepy a lot this week. No caffeine. It's weird.
You're having withdrawals.
I was, but I'm over it now. Like the first 2 days, like my body was like screaming at me. It's like, you need to drink soda. What are you doing? Drink. Like you're dying right now. Like I'm over it now. I feel like more well rested, and I've been sleeping better. So I kind of like it. But at the same time, it's kind of annoying getting off work at 12, and then like I usually go to bed at like 3 o'clock. But now that I'm not drinking caffeine, I want to go to bed like 1:30. It's like, well, I got stuff I want to do. It's like 2 in the morning. You're gonna wake up early anyway now that you feel like more well rested, and it's like,
Okay.
So it's weird. It's an adjustment.
Worth it?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Cool.
So, but enough about health and hygiene. So there is a rumor going around that there's going to be 2 different versions of the new Xbox or Xbox Scarlet. So one version of the console is going to be like your standard, runs on disc to play the games. Another one is rumored to be a streaming console. So it's so weird to me, just like thinking of like a console that's just PlayStation now. I mean, it would probably run better since Xbox, but like, and apparently, like some people were saying, that the streaming one, since it has like less parts in it for all of that, and it's going to be cheaper than like the disc-based Xbox. And then also that the streaming one is further along in development than the disc-based one. So even though like the disc one could probably come out probably by the end of like this year, they're holding or early next year, they're holding it off so that way they can have them both launch at the same time.
Okay. Do you know how better the streaming version is? I guess we don't know too much, right? So.
No, don't know that.
Yeah.
So like when you say better, do you mean like better than like the disc base?
Than the X or the disc base one.
Yeah, there's like no idea on specs or anything like that.
So I don't know. I don't think we're like. I feel like I know we're like heading towards that, but I feel like it's too soon.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in the world are not ready for just stream based and no disc. And then like I still feel to a certain degree there's a lot of people who still like their shit physical.
Yeah.
So I guess it really depends on the prices to me, and then they'll see if it's worth it or not to have these 2 machines. Because then the other thing is they'll be competing against each other, won't they?
Yeah, like you have like 2 different, But I mean, like Xbox is still profiting from both, so I guess they don't really care.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So, because if I had to guess, I would say that the disc-based one would be like 500, and then like the streaming one would be like 300 or lower. That's what I would expect.
And then the other thing is, what if the disc one still does the backwards compatibility, right? And then like the streaming one, you can't do that. You have to stream it, right? So,
I assume.
Like it feels like already right off the bat they could be like losing on some stuff that the disc one still can do.
Yeah.
And that the stream one won't be able to. And obviously that justifies the price.
Yeah.
But I wonder if people, if they're good, it's almost like you know how we joke about with like somebody who's like, I'm gonna get a Diet Coke, and it's like, look, dude, just get a Coke. You're already doing the jump. I feel like some people are gonna be like, well, I'm already jumping to spend the bunch of money. Might as well make the investment of like the better box.
Yeah. And
then
Yeah.
So I wonder. I hope the streaming thing is worth it. I guess I just have a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work fine if you have like that peak internet and got that Google Fiber, But because we're here in Arkansas, pretty sure that we wouldn't be able to like run a streaming only console to a level that we're satisfied with.
And then the other thing is we don't even have that many internet providers, right?
Yeah, here we have like 2.
2.
I think nationwide it's like no matter where you go, it's going to be like 2 or 3 depending on your area. So
Oh, there's just like those small indie ones.
Yeah, like in bigger cities, they have like smaller ones that like, oh, like, you know, in this area in like New York, we service this area, but yeah, for like in terms of like major companies, there's like very limited options. I can see how this could be appealing to like people in in other countries around the world that have like more like options. Like I think in Russia they've like upgraded like their internet infrastructure, so there's like a wide amount of options. So like, you know, that could be appealing, but yeah, at least here in here in where we are in America, it's not very appealing at all. But
and the other thing is it's streamed, so we're not downloading these games and then playing it. You're streaming them.
Yeah.
So how much more of a pain would that be in making the games? Or is it the same thing as like if it would have been a downloaded game and you just don't download it, you just stream it? Is that really that simple?
Yeah.
Like the PlayStation Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just like...
Because even in PlayStation Now, there's only an X limited of games on there, right?
Yeah. Because they just like... when PlayStation Now started, it was like mostly like some PS3 games.
Yeah.
But now they've started adding like some PS2 games and some PS4 games.
Yeah.
The thing is that's hard for streaming is unless like your connection is like buttery smooth, there's gonna be input lag. And so like it's like a real issue for stuff that's like very reaction based, like shooters and stuff like that. So it's like imagine like, you know, like the next Doom game be trying to stream it. You know.
Like, to me, that box smells of like failure.
I agree with you because I don't think the world is ready for it. I think it is going to sell vastly worse than like the standard.
Than the normal box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Side question. What color do you think the new Xbox will be? Black or white?
Oh, you said Scarlet, right?
Well, that's the code name for it.
That's the code name.
Yeah, I should have said that. My bad. Yeah, it's like the code name for it is Scarlet.
But doesn't it always have like a black and white version?
It usually starts out as one or the other, right?
It usually starts off with black.
Okay.
And like white is like the special one, and then they come out with like the mini version of it.
They pretty much flip flopped.
Okay.
Because originally it was.
Well, yeah, for the original Xbox.
Because the original Xbox was black.
Yeah.
360 was white.
The
Xbox One.
Was it white also?
What?
Xbox One?
That's the one I'm trying to figure out.
No, it was black.
It was black.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The 1S was white.
And the
yeah,
1S
you're right.
was white.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
So then this one will be black. Oh, no, wait. What was the X? Black.
Yeah, the Xbox One X was black also.
X is black?
Yeah.
So now we have to flip it back to white. It's white.
There
you go. They've literally flip flopped. Xbox black. 360 white. X or normal Xbox One black. S white. X black. There you go, white. It's gonna be white.
I don't know. Like, it's always like their first model is always that color or whatever, and then they come out with the next one, and then it's just like, oh, we're gonna switch the colors now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing with Xbox specifically. I'm always kind of like, I'm always like, man, should I even buy the first one? Because they always come out with like a better version.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So it's like some people are worried with like the streaming version that it's like after like a few after a few years there's gonna be like so many like improvements like the Xbox like infrastructure, like their network, you know, it's gonna be like that the streaming one won't be able to keep up as well as like the traditional console.
It won't.
So some people are thinking that there's gonna be like you'll be able to buy like add-ons. Like like a physical add-on, like a thing that you put into your Xbox.
Like you buy Amiibo?
That updates the firmware.
Oh. Is that a computer?
That's yeah.
Like a mini computer, I guess.
Yeah.
Like what you're calling. Wait, isn't that a console?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Okay. I get. Like, I don't know. To me, that really sounds like. I don't know why I'd get that box.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know why I'd get that box.
Yeah.
Unless it's like they like make the normal like disc version. Like the design of the box is just awful. Where it's like super giant and clunky. Like if it's just that shit and the stream box like much smaller, can fit on a desk, whatever. Like that has to be it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I don't see it. It's like, it's not like a Switch thing where you're like, the reason is like, oh, you can take it on the go or something.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that with the stream thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's still a box that just sits in your house.
Yeah.
So unless like it's way cheaper and the box is like it has a nice design and isn't some giant behemoth like the first Xbox One, then okay.
I hope the new Xbox is called the Xbox One 2.
The Xbox One 2.
Yeah. Because like
Well,
there's
people
two
call
of
it
them. There's the two of them, and it's like the next iteration of Xbox One, but there's two of them, so it's like a 1-2 punch.
Oh,
Xbox
wow.
One 2.
Well, they call it Xbox 12 then.
That will be the joke name.
Xbox.
No, the third one after that will be the 1-2 Switch.
Okay, so here's my thing though. Hold that. First we got Xbox,
It'll
right?
be on the go.
Then you get 360, 1, S, X, 1, 2. What the fuck is Xbox doing? Like, it's so funny.
The one after the initial two, the next one will be called Xbox One Step, as in like that one song. Let me see you 1-2 step. It'll be like that.
Oh god.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just being retarded.
1, 2.
Let me see you 1-2 step.
No, it'll be the Xbox Zero.
Skip to my Lou. What's up?
It'll be the Xbox Zero. 0 calories, 0 sugar.
What? Can you just see them calling it Zero?
Xbox Zero?
Xbox Zero.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or do you see them calling it Xbox One with another or like a letter or another letter? Yeah.
No, I think Xbox Zero is better. It's Xbox Zero Games.
That's just me.
Nah.
No, that's what they should do for the streaming one.
Zero games on the stream one.
Xbox Zero Disc.
And here's the other thing, and you know how online shit is. Like,
Yeah.
you know how many times that shit's gonna be down probably or something, or some weird thing is gonna.
I mean, but like Xbox is like down way less than PlayStation. It's not,
That's true.
it's not that.
The
often.
Xbox definitely does way better.
Yeah, like PlayStation is down like every couple weeks.
PlayStation sucks donkey dick when it comes to online.
Yeah.
That's why it's for solo play.
But thank God it's not like PS3 because that store sucks.
I mean, you remember when PSN was down for like 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got
They
hacked.
got hacked. Yeah. Straight up got hacked. Couldn't do dog shit. I'm like, this is like pathetic.
Is that why you hate the PS3 so much?
The PS3? No, I don't hate it.
He just hates the store.
Yeah. Oh, the store sucks. Like, there's no denying the store
Yeah.
sucks. And then.
No, I
it's
was
just
kind of disappointed with the games that they gave too. Like everybody got like you get to pick 2 free games.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And like they were like
Little
it was
Big
like
Planet,
Infamous, Dead Nation, Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And the problem was I
should
already
have paid out the cash.
Yeah, I
already
already played
Infamous.
Yeah, I already played Infamous. I already played Little Big Planet.
Like I got Little Big Planet and Dead Nation. I was like, Little Big Planet sucks, and like Dead Nation was like that's kind of boring. And that's not even an ouch. Little Big Planet does suck.
I thought no, a lot of people like the first Little Big Planet.
Yeah, those people are wrong.
Oh, okay. The first Little Big Planet's good. The rest suck. I would say.
Yeah. So moving on from the Xbox One, or not the Xbox One, the Xbox One 2.
No, the Xbox Scarlet.
Yeah.
No, the Xbox Zero.
What is a dumb name you would have wanted before we move on? Dumb name you want for the Xbox?
I said Xbox One 2.
You okay? Xbox One 2. You
Xbox shit.
Xbox shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, you can do better than that.
No, I can't.
For some reason, I want Morpheus or something like that.
Oh, okay.
The Xbox Morpheus.
I have no fucking clue why.
The Xbox Neo.
Dude, that'd be a cool design for the Xbox. Like, okay, so like, it'd be like the Morpheus, and like, yeah. Never mind, I can't even explain it to you. You haven't even seen the fucking Matrix. Never mind.
No, it'll
On to the next topic.
It'll just be like Joy-Cons. One side would be blue, one side would be red.
That's yeah. Okay, so like in the Matrix, there's a scene where Morpheus offers Neo a red pill or a blue.
Yeah,
right?
I know about that.
Okay, so like the console would be like black, but then like the top half of like one half would be red and the other half would be blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they'll get sued by Nintendo, and you know how the whole cycle goes.
You remember the Game Sphere? Or what was that in?
South Park?
South Park.
The Okama Game Sphere?
Game Sphere. I kind of want a Game Sphere now.
Didn't they have one in like Drake and Josh too?
Yes, they did. That's.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I originally thought. I was like, you said South Park. I'm like, oh, wait, there was one now too. But Drake and Josh had a Game Sphere.
Yeah.
It was a fucking bowling ball thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. That reminds me of this episode of I'm just gonna say this one thing before we move on to the next topic. There's an episode of Zack and Cody, right, where like this rich kid had like, oh, it's like that's the new gaming console. It's not even out for everybody yet. And like the rich kid's like, oh, you can have it. I already have something better. And it's like, that's not even the gaming console. That's just a freaking PC that you put like some stickers on. Like in retrospecting about it now.
Oh yeah, the kid with the soda fountain.
Yeah, that kid. All right, so I want to talk about No Man's Sky, or I should say No Man's Sky next, because they recently had their this huge update, which, as you know, No Man's Sky next, and let's see. It added in a bunch of things, but the main highlights of it are multiplayer everywhere, and also you can like build wherever you want to, like on a planet. And at first I was like, oh, that's cool. I still don't care about No Man's Sky though. But like, there's like so much buzz about this. A lot of people really excited for this and like jumping back into No Man's Sky, and I thought it was like really interesting. So I was looking into it, and like it looks really cool because like. So like you can like base build or like build homes on planets. There's so you can actually meet up with other players on specific planets. I think you have to like invite another person to connect or something like that. And it just like it made me wonder. Like, okay, first of all, would you be interested in trying No Man's Sky now? Now that it's like gotten to the point where like they actually had advertised it was.
They had like original vision.
Yeah.
Would I be willing to try it if like somebody was like, hey, like really kind of push me to try it? Sure, because I have nothing against it.
Yeah.
But I definitely do have at the moment right now, I have more like games that I'm interested. Like I want to play XX and whatever.
Yeah.
So I would say at the moment, no, I'm not that. Like it hasn't done enough for me to be like, you know what, I want to go to the store and buy this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still like, that's that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm. It hasn't done enough to make me say, oh, I have to play it right now.
So like, what would it take for you to get interested in No Man's Sky? Like, what's that like special sauce? If you can.
Yeah. I don't think I have an answer because. Even to begin with No Man's Sky, like I never really had.
You never found the appeal.
Yeah, the appeal.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't speak to me.
Yeah.
So, I would really need and I've told you this before, like the vibe of, like the energy of someone else really wanting to do something we're very interested in helps me personally.
You have to piggyback.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I definitely have to piggyback. So like if someone was like, hey man, you know what, you need to buy No Man's Sky, let's go play it, whatever. Then I'd be like, oh, you know what, okay, like I'll try it.
How about you, Brian?
I mean, yeah, they added multiplayer. That's cool, but like, it's still like I don't know like the other features for next, but like, it doesn't seem like they changed much.
Like they didn't like fundamentally they didn't. It's like it's still like basically going to different planets and exploring and like getting stuff and like trying to like reach the center of the universe, stuff like that. Like the core of the game hasn't changed. It's just like they've added in more things to make like the game appealing to like a broader audience, and it's like try to like give people what they kind of like promised before.
I mean, it's like kind of there, but not really, because like I remember like the first trailer, they had like the big dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like you would think you can go like kill those dinosaurs or anything.
Yeah.
But like, I still don't think you can like kill anything in that game anyway. Like you just do like the Minecraft
You do kill stuff. There's like insects and monsters and shit you can kill.
Well, I guess they don't advertise it as much for that.
I do. I kind of get what you mean though, because like on the middle of the trailers, they show them like they either show you like flying in your ship or like walking through like a cool environment.
Yeah.
So like a cool combat trailer or something like that would get you more.
Or just like more things to do, because like from what I see, it's just like the same thing. Like gather materials, build your base, hang out with your friends, and that's all it is. It's just like.
Okay.
There's like that's the only appeal. There's like no other medium that is there to show.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say like that is like from the out, because I am also on like the outside.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I kind of feel the same way with Brian, where like the only vibe I get from it is that you just go somewhere, collect, and build some stuff. Which okay, some people would say that sounds like Minecraft, but it's kind of like to your point. You always say like, oh, I need like a purpose of why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It still feels like there's no purpose.
Yeah.
Like, you're just doing it just to do it.
You're doing it to get to the center of the universe, man.
Yeah, so it's like, alright, so...
Exploring the foundations of our space, man.
Alright, put down the blunt.
No,
Right,
okay. I don't have any interest in it personally. I just thought it was cool that how, like, a game can, like, kind of fall from grace, but, like, you know, like, by continually supporting it and, like, adding in new content and stuff like that, you can kind of like redeem yourself a bit. That's kind of why I'll include that.
Well, how much redemption do you think?
I was going to say, how much redemption and how like below the like, so for example, could Mass Effect Andromeda gotten some redemption? They didn't really try at all to fix it. Right?
I think they could have gotten some redemption if they had buckled down and really tried to fix it. Because like there has been a lot of positive reception to because like No Man's Sky, like for instance like on Steam, like from like recent reviews they went from like negative to positive.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, so it's like people are actively going back and like either like you know starting the game back up to try it out, and then like there's new people coming in because like the positive word of mouth about it.
Sure.
So it's like you know not only are they getting back those people who are like disillusioned with the game, but they're bringing in new people too. So I think that's a pretty good success.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the nice thing about like the patches era.
Yeah.
Where okay, sometimes you might get fed a broken game.
Yeah.
But I guess now any game can be fixed as long as they want to you actually back it.
Yeah.
So.
So another story about developers kind of fixing their game or giving the people what they wanted. So Middle-earth: Shadow of War, when it came out, had microtransactions, and the way this would work is that like your orc like recruits, you could open up loot boxes and get like OP recruits basically. And so like it's not a multiplayer game, but a lot of people felt like,
broke the game.
It it did break the game, but like also it's like, oh, they just made the game like harder and like longer, so that way you'd be more persuaded to buy the loot boxes and get through the game faster. And like also like the post game stuff in Middle-earth is like so high level that you're gonna want to use those loot boxes just that way you can get orcs with better stacks. That way you can like get through it. So cannot think of the name of the studio right now, but them and Warner Bros. Decided to walk back the decision of microtransactions, and now it's completely out of the game, and they rebalanced like the enemies and stuff like that, so that way it's not an issue anymore. Like I think like if you had already used money to buy some, you still have those, of course, but like you can't buy anymore now.
Okay.
So a lot of people are at least people who have bought Middle-earth are happy about this, and I think there's been some people that have came back to the game, but like not to the extent of like No Man's Sky, for example. But what were you gonna say? You can say something?
No, I was just gonna say that like I feel like it's gonna be kind of harder to get people to come back to it, where it's like a single player game. Like it isn't like you said like in No Man's Sky they kind of fixed the thing where like multiplayer, like getting people together.
Yeah.
Like in in Middle-earth it's just like a single player experience that you're like, man, this sucks, but it's like if you already finished it or you already did the deed, and you already spent the money or you already accepted, you know what, I didn't want to spend the money. Like, are you really gonna go back now? Like, you already finished doing the stuff you were gonna do.
Yeah, I think most people who already beat the game and all that they won't go back to it. But I think this does speak to a larger trend of like developers kind of like taking a step back from microtransactions and loot boxes. Because after Battlefront 2, I think like the fans did do enough damage to like where other smaller developers was like, well, I'm not, it's like if Star Wars is gonna take a dent from people saying no, then it's like what chance does my game have? Because my game isn't on the level of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And like Middle-earth: Shadow of War, it didn't sell. I think it sold like 3 or 4 million less than the first game, just for example. And so, I think just like people being aware that your game has microtransactions in it now, before it comes out, is going to practically guarantee lower sales than you would have had otherwise. So I think in the future, like, developers are going to take a step back from it before they find the next thing to try to squeeze more money out of the wallet. But that's their job, though, so I can't hate.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think the other thing that they noticed, like you said, they noticed them doing the microtransactions and like the negative reception.
Yeah.
But I think they also noticed a positive reception of when they fixed the stuff in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because even once they lowered they lowered, or no, they took it off, right?
What?
In Star Wars.
Yeah. So like the loot crates, I can't. It's been a while now. I can't remember how exactly it works now.
But overall,
they fixed
a
it
very
basic
basic way of saying it is I remember they fixed a lot of the things that people were mad about that. And then it sold very well because I remember it was also a week during where like the game was half off and a lot of people bought it and I think it had like a nice rise again.
Yeah.
And I think if that didn't happen, I'm not sure how much they would be persuaded to change that.
Yeah.
Like it's both they saw the negative reception but also the positive reception that happened for actually changing it. So I think more people were like people who already did the bad thing were like, you know what, it is worth it to change it and do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think like depending on the type of game. So if it's like a multiplayer game that has microtransactions and like they take a step back from that, they're more likely to resurgence than a single player game.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like kind of like the price situation where the game came out months before and then they're gonna like add extra shit like almost like half a year later. It's just like I don't know. And plus, there's more appeal to multiplayer games anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, because like multiplayer games have like a longer lifespan. Yeah. So that's like all of our news topics for the show this week. I got a couple of questions one that you came up with, Carlos, and like one I came up for, So we're just gonna go through those, and that'll be the show. So first off, I have Carlos's question. What was it? Oh yeah. So you asked, what was our least favorite genre, and what makes us not want to play games with that genre?
And I'll say like the reason I thought of that was just because we were talking about Digimon Survive.
Yeah. And
how you're like, I don't really like strategy games, and I'm like, okay, like no, nothing wrong with it, but I'm just like, what? Maybe that's not, and maybe that's that's not even the genre you like the least.
Yeah.
But like, why is it that you're like, oh, whatever my least favorite genre is, why don't you like it?
Yeah.
For both of you guys.
I'll go first. For me, it's puzzle games. Like puzzles are like some of my least favorite things to do in games. But if it's a game where it's nothing but puzzles, that's just like that's not appealing to me at all. It's like that's just a genre of game where it's like here's a game of like your least favorite thing to do in playing games. So that's why I don't play puzzle games.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Nate. Puzzle games, just like, cause you don't do anything. All you do is solve puzzles. Like if there's like some kind of like, if it's like a game like Catherine, I guess that kind of puzzle game, then then I'd play it. But like if it's just like generic puzzle game, then
So like if it's for you, it has to be like a puzzle game like where like
actually, stuff has to happen. Like that actually has to be like that's just the mechanic of the game. There has to be like a driving force to actually make it appealing.
Okay.
But would you say that's a? But okay, so but then my next question would be like, is that just bad puzzle games and that's a good puzzle game? Like, are you just saying, oh, I like good puzzle games? Like, for example, I know you haven't played it. Let's say, like, Catherine. Well, that's a puzzle game, right?
Yeah.
And what if you like it? So you're just saying, oh, I like good puzzle games.
Yeah.
And I don't like basic bitch, trash puzzle games. like that, Because to me, like, it feels like if you were to say, I don't like puzzle games, you would not be interested at all, Catherine.
Yeah.
But there is still an appeal because you're like, oh, this might be a really good one.
Because, like the puzzle... With Catherine, it seems like the main focus of the game is the story, and you go through the puzzles to just get more of the story. But like in most puzzle games, it's just puzzles, and most puzzle games are just like here's a bunch of puzzles, and there's like not any like cutscene. There's no story to the game. It's just puzzles, and I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
How about you though? What's your least favorite genre?
Oh shit, me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Racing? No, I don't have a problem with racing. Puzzles. I don't have a problem with puzzles. What genre do you think I've played the least? I'll have to talk.
Rhythm
games. Rhythm games, horror. I don't have. I'm just a bitch.
Yeah.
Uh.
You like everything.
You said rhythm games. Yeah, I guess rhythm games. But
It's not that I dislike. Like I don't play rhythm games either. It's not that I dislike them. It's just that I'm not very good at them. It's that they don't really appeal to me either.
yeah, I guess. Dancing. No, I mean.
I guess simulation, stuff like Sims.
Oh yeah, I would not be that interested. Yeah, I can't do.
But
Sims.
that's pretty broad though.
The Sims still.
Yeah.
That is
like
okay.
simulation games, like in general, because
Just Ghost Simulator, all those games. I have no interest in those. Right?
yeah.
The Ghost Simulator,
But
Farm Simulator.
those go back to the same puzzle thing. Those are basic simulators. Like if you brought in that topic, like Call of Duty, that's a military sim game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or RPG games, those are basically simulation.
But then what would you call Sims then?
Your God Simulator.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good one. The Sim game
like
is
Civilization,
Civilization,
or
yeah.
The Sims.
Yeah,
or,
yeah. That I would no,
Yeah.
I don't have an interest. Because the fun of it is you're just creating you're living the life, right? Isn't that especially with Sims, right?
You have a person you're controlling their life, and you're controlling their life around them.
Like how he said God. I don't have an interest in being God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Some people do.
I get that.
What if I do this? What would happen?
What would happen? Yeah, I have no interest. In that.
Me either.
Me neither. I do not care whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's I just want to play either a story, a developer story about his, whatever. I don't really want to create something.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. So here's my question for both of y'all. Out of the year of 2018, when we December 31st, what do you think will be the top 5 best-selling games of the year?
Spider-Man. Do I have to name 5 games or just
Top 5.
top 5 of this year? I don't even remember what came
Far
out
Cry
this year.
5?
Yeah, Far Cry 5, Spider-Man, God of War.
Because we still have the rest of the year too.
I want to say GTA 5.
Red Dead, maybe.
Oh my God, Red Dead. So how many we got there?
See, that's 4 so far.
4?
Yeah, Spider-Man, Far Cry 5, God of War, Red Dead.
I said GTA.
Well, that didn't
I
count.
thought that was a joke.
Have you seen those numbers?
Oh, okay.
Right.
I still don't
It
think
barely 6 or
It's
I
like-
know
it's
you
like-
said top 5, but it's always in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's MPDs.
Okay, so okay, let's see. Red Dead.
I'm gonna say COD.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Black Ops
Especially since
4.
they got Battle Royale this year.
Okay. I think the list should be COD,
Yeah.
Red Dead,
God of War and Spider-Man.
God of War, Spider-Man, and what was the last one we had?
Far Cry.
We had enough. Far Cry. No, put Far Cry in front of God of War and. I think if you were to ask me, I think it's surprisingly. I think it's.
You don't think Assassin's Creed's up in there?
Oh shit!
Did that come out this year?
Yeah, it comes out in October.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Oh. I don't think it'll live up.
I
think it'll be in the high echelon, but it won't be
Mhm.
the super top.
Okay.
Are we giving Spider-Man too much credit?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, they are gonna have that bundle with the Pro with the special red PS4, so that could sell a lot.
I feel like
But the thing is, it's also an exclusive, so
Well, Far Cry 5 still could be up there. It sold a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And it was still the best-selling game of the year, right? When you checked and
Yeah, at that time,
At the
it was
time.
the best.
still.
Best
so it
selling game of
has
the
to
year so
be.
far.
It's gonna be up there.
Okay, so I'm gonna say COD, Red Dead, Far Cry 5, Assassin's Creed, God of War. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
That's my guess right now.
All right.
That's what I'm going with. What about Battlefield though?
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about Battlefield.
the fuck? Tell that to all the sales.
No, dude. Hey, they just.
I bet you Battlefield 5 will sell more than God of War.
Like they just maybe like in terms.
Replace God of War for Battlefield.
Okay.
In terms of Battlefield and Call of Duty, like the trailer for Call of Duty 4 just like Black Ops 4 dropped like recently,
Yeah.
and then they already showed like this game's gonna have 6 maps compared to Battlefield's 1 map. So I mean like, yeah, well that they showed like now,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think that's my list.
I feel like Battlefield won't be up there though.
I'm gonna guess it's up there.
Okay.
Oh, Anthem.
That's next year.
That's
That's next year. Okay.
Yeah, it's February.
Okay.
I don't.
You know better, so or you remember the games better than we do.
Do you think a sports game will be up in there?
Oh fuck me, a sports.
In terms of MPDs, yes.
Oh,
But in terms
hell
of
yeah,
in terms of the game of the year, probably.
Oh hell no, they're never in the game of the year. But oh my fuck, oh no, you fucked me. Take Assassin's Creed, put NBA 2K19.
Okay.
2K19 35 the show.
NBA Live 19.
No, fuck.
NBA Live, the streets.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fucking no.
That's.
I just know
NBA
sports.
Streets is an old one.
Oh, okay. Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam, Gaiden.
Gaiden.
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee presents. That's what it was.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee.
Didn't they have two like a sequel to that game too?
Yeah, I think they did have a sequel.
It just never came out, right, or something like
No,
that?
it did come out. I just don't think we ever really talked about it because I don't think Josh played the sequel.
Is that the game with Kanye West?
Yeah, he's in there.
Kanye West was his Kanye Best.
No, that's a different game. That's a different game.
That's a different game.
Didn't they have like a
Wearing
cyborg
his
like
Kanye vest
basketball player or
on
whatever
his
on there?
Kanye
Yeah,
vest.
yeah. In the Charles Barkley Shop and Jam.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
There's like a cyborg basketball player.
Oh yeah, and Michael Jordan's a villain.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
MJ's the villain.
For some reason, I don't know why I thought this. I thought like the villain was like a couple of hands and a giant basketball, like freaking like Master Hand.
Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Yeah, put Glover in Smash. Why not?
Put Waluigi in Smash.
Put Wall in Smash.
That'll never happen.
So do you? Speaking of Smash, do you think Smash could be in there top 5?
Because
Because
of
it's in
like
December.
It's
yeah,
niche enough.
but not even that. Just kind of how like a fighting game works, where it's like I can buy one copy
Uh-huh.
and us 3 are playing it.
Yeah.
Not everyone needs their individual copy. So
I think I agree with this top 5 that you've put together, Carlos. Far Cry 5, Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty, and NBA 2K19.
Yep.
I think that's.
I think that's top 5.
Would you make any changes to that, Brian?
He doesn't think Battlefield.
Huh? Yeah, I don't think Battlefield.
You think like what? Assassin's Creed over Battlefield?
What do you think?
I feel like Spider-Man over Battlefield, just because Sony is like pushing that as like their biggest game.
They are pushing it. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just know like 2K never goes down. COD never. Battlefield I never really pay attention. I know they're always there though. They're always up there.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5 is a surprise one because of this year.
Yeah, I was just like during last week's podcast. I thought of that question, so I was like, I'll save that one.
Sure.
So, but yes, that is all for the show this week. Let's see, our next podcast. Yeah, next week we'll be doing another Game Yak Podcast and another Yakking Off. So we'll see you then. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. You can using the links in the description. Be sure to also subscribe and like this video. That helps us out. And until then, see you next time.